Hi, my name is Mike Marcucci. I'm a senior at Illinois State University, double majoring in Communication Sciences and Disorders and Spanish. Thank you for taking the time to consider my application. One of my favorite experiences that really shaped my way of thinking was my trip to Italy that I took with my grandparents while I was in high school. I was excited for the trip because it was my first time ever being out of the country, but I was also extremely nervous. I had been in physical therapy for a majority of my life, and I had mobility concerns walking on uneven cobblestone streets. For as nervous as I was, though, about physically navigating through the country, I never once considered the language barrier. I spoke Spanish, and I felt that Spanish and Italian were similar enough that I could communicate effectively if I needed help. It wasn't until I actually needed assistance that I realized I was wrong. Shortly after eating dinner one night, my grandparents and I had gotten lost as we were walking to our hotel and got later separated from my grandfather. This was my aha moment. Because I wasn't able to speak Italian, I couldn't call the police and explain what had happened. I couldn't even ask a passerby on the street for assistance because they also didn't speak English. While I was ultimately reunited with my grandfather, I left Italy with the mindset of always wanting to be able to communicate as effectively as I could with anyone that I encountered and also act as a resource for others to do the same. Being in physical therapy, I understood what it was like to be the patient, but I never had exposure to a communication difficulty. In speech pathology, I can only imagine how difficult it can be to be unable to communicate if you, one, don't know the language of the setting that you're in, or you, two, have a communication disability that stops you from being able to express yourself. It was through this experience that really got me interested in communication sciences and disorders. I want to be able to help everyone find their voice and live as independently as possible. And it's through Illinois State University's graduate program that I believe that they will give me the skills necessary to be an impactful clinician.